Hello YouTube, I got 3 minor, 2 major updates. As you can see, this is a egg crate box, makeshift out of egg crate and zip ties, and it has a little ramp so they can climb up. Made it within like, say about 10 minutes, didn't take too long to make it. The turtles do climb up there. The big one, the biggest turtle climbs up there the most to bask in the heat lamp. But the heat lamp is not on there right now because I have it on my plants. Because without the light on the plants, then I can't show you a new update for that tank. So, with that being said, I will switch to the other tank. That was the turtles tank, and now this is the other tank. I have an update going on this. Sorry about the reflection. Can't really get rid of it. It's really hard to since it's in this area. As you can see, the little new guy that's back there, little koi angelfish that's back there, swimming around. He's too tiny to go into my 55 gallon, so I have him in my 20 gallon or 10 gallon. It might be a 10 gallon, I'm not sure. I think it's a 20 gallon, but might not be an actual 20 gallon. As you can see, little koi angel. It's kind of tiny compared to my other angels. He's got him last night, so he's been swimming in there for a while. Got him from Petco or PetSmart. I can't remember which one. I don't really know. I think it's PetSmart. Yeah, PetSmart. He's been in there. It's pretty fine. He hasn't messed with any of the guppies. He swims by himself, all some lonely self. Still got the male beta in there. He doesn't mess with the male beta either. As you can see, the Liquigia is growing pretty good. You can see the leaves on there for the focus. I'm trying to get the phone to focus good on that. You can see that's growing pretty good. And the one that I cut at the top is still growing out the sides. Got some little small ones growing on this one. Some little small ones growing on that one. And I also have some dwarf mondo hair grass in here. Yeah, I know it's not a fully aquatic plant or grass or whatever you want to call it, but I put it in here anyway. I got 4 bundles. It was only like $2, so I put it in here. Got one back there, one right here. That one's not fully under buried. Then I got this one right here. That one's fully under there. And the other one is in my 55 gallon. So it's in there growing in that one. I'll see if it'll grow. I mean, what does it hurt to see if it'll grow? I mean, there's a lot of people saying that they have success with it, but nobody has a video with the ones that actually do grow or how good it's growing. And with mine, I can't really tell if it's growing because there's so much of it to look out for. Because I mean, you can look right here and then you can see some growing out of there, and then you can look somewhere else and it'll look the same. So you get kind of lost on what's growing and what's not growing, and pretty much you don't know if it's growing until it's dead. You don't know if it's growing until it's tall or until it's dead. But this is the grow out tank that I have all my plants in before I put it in the 55 gallon now. Because I want the plants to be tall. And once they're tall in here, then they'll be tall enough to reach the light in my 55 gallon. My LED lights are not strong enough to reach where the plants are when they're that little. So I want them to grow up about that tall, about to the water line tall, and then it should be perfectly fine. There's a koi fish trying to, koi angel, making an appearance. Don't have many other fish in here. Might get some more guppies. Not really too sure. All these plants are like crowding right here. I know it looks kind of crowded, but that's mostly the mondo plant wrapping around everything. I only got 2 on this side, and it looks like it's wrapped around all of this, all of my liquidia. Because that's all that's right here in this corner is the dwarf hairgrass and the wigia. Got a couple of snails in here. Got a huge snail somewhere. Not really too sure where it's at right now, but it is in here. You see that. Or it's growing pretty good. Pretty much a self-sustaining tank. I do not do water changes on this tank. I add water, and that's about it. My cat does all the water changing for me. He drinks the water. He climbs up there, drinks the water out. I know, like most people's cats, if you got your tank open, they drink out of the water. So pretty much he drinks it down, and then I just put more water in there, and then that's pretty much a water change for them. I don't really bother with this tank. Not really trying to do way too much with this tank. I just wanted to grow out my plants, and then that's pretty much it. And then I got a few grow fish in here that to help with the waste or whatever, so the plants can have something to eat. The angelfish will not be in there for long. He'll be in there just long enough for him to become big enough to go in the 55 gallon, like I said. But my other angels are way too big, and I do not want them to beat him up and kill him, or if it's a male or a female. Hopefully it is a male. I have a female in the tank already that I am sure of. Maybe I can get a mating pair. Hopefully. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. When I went to the pet store, everybody was pretty much trying to figure out, can this angelfish go in the 20 gallon? And they was like, can the angelfish go in the 20 gallon? And then like everybody in the pet store came to that aisle and was having a deep conversation about whether this fish can go in a 20 gallon or if he can go in the 55 gallon with my other angels. That's what I like to see. Like when you go to a pet store, everybody like come together and be like, hold on, we gotta figure this out. And then one guy, I was like, I'm trying to find a male angelfish. I know it's hard to find. I know you guys can't sex it. Pretty much gotta guess it. He was like, maybe I could find somebody that can guess it. I was like, I highly doubt it. Doubt you can find somebody that can do it, because they're really not showing too much of male-female traits at this age or this early on, because he doesn't look that big. I'm trying to get him to come closer so you can see how big he actually is. Really a shy guy or girl. I'll figure it out one day when the parts come out, I guess. But yeah, everybody in the pet store like came together to figure out whether this fish can go in this fish tank. I was like, I'm gonna just put it in there and see what happens. He should be fine. By the time he grows out of this tank, I can put him in a 55 gallon anyway. He's not gonna be in here long, but the fact that they had that conversation was pretty cool. And then he went and got the guy that to see if angelfish can. He was like, well, you can't tell whether an angelfish is male or female at this age. But he was like, if you have a male and once they get older, they will have that nudge on their head, and you can tell the difference between a male and a female by that nudge on their head, guaranteed. I was like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of pictures where they say the female has it too. But he was like, no, the male is more definition, has more definition. And he said he has a few fish tanks at his home himself. Sorry, my dog's trying to play with me right now. My dog wants attention. But, yeah, he said he has some of this dwarf hair grass too. So I'm not sure how long he had it in there, but he said his is growing pretty good. So I'm not sure if he has it in the tank fully submerged, because I know mine's is fully submerged. Except for this one. I mean, this one is growing out kind of at the top. Like, there's a few of them. I'm not going to say all of it's above water. No, that's not true. But there is like 2 or 3 or about 4 maybe of these little grass leaves or whatever that's growing up to the top. So I just left them in there. Hopefully it grows. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll grow pretty good. And if it carpets, that would be even crazier, because I really don't want that to happen in this tank. This would be the tank that I just wanted to grow out so it can get taller. But if it starts like that quickly, growing plants and the grass like spreading that quickly, it would be cool, but not for this tank. I really don't want to do too much maintenance with this tank. Like I said, I just wanted it to grow out. But I'm gonna, maybe I can get y'all the snail. Where is he? Oh, I still don't see him. But yeah, y'all can see the turtle's tank. And that one's coming to the top right now. I mean, you can see he's kind of right there, but I don't have the filter on right now because I'm kind of trying to do something with that tank still. Don't mind the bag. That's not fruit. That's actually the dog's bones. But because the dog likes to go in his stuff and eat all of his treats, so we put it on top of there. Oh God, more of this lighting and reflection stuff going on in the background. As you can see the difference between, wow, I scared the mess out of him. As you can see the difference between that angel and this angel is pretty big. So I'm trying to make it so I can compare it, maybe move it back a little bit so you can see the difference. See how big that one is and that one is compared to the one that's in that tank? If I put it in here, it would definitely die. I don't want that to happen. And I did move the Amazon plant to this tank. There are some leaves that's dying off as expected, but there is some new growth in there, right there. The light, while I was in a hospital, I'm not sure if you guys knew, but I was in a hospital. Put it down. No. Dog misbehaving, golly. But I was in the hospital, and while I was in the hospital, the rabbit chewed through the light. So this plant was not getting any light while I was in the hospital the whole time, which sucks because that plant needs a lot of light. Well, not a lot, but needs more light than it was getting. That plant's still not growing too fast. Maybe I can get some fertilizer or API leaf zone and put it in here and see what happens. But I got some mondo grass in here. This one is fully submerged in the middle of the tank. Pretty much. But yeah, that's my update for you guys. Can't wait till my other angelfish gets that big. Maybe we can get some maiden pairs in here. Then we got some more angelfish. And then I could put the spawn in the grow out tank. But for now, this is it. this is the update. I will be updating on how the grass is doing in about a couple of days or maybe a week or whatever, whenever I see a significant change in growth or death in the plant or grass, whatever you want to call it. But yep, it's pretty much what we're dealing with right now. Finna go walk my dog right now in a few minutes anyway, so this video is not going to continue for very long. Just trying to get you guys a view of my angelfish, because they want to be the center of our attention right now. Just, he likes the attention for himself. Oh, and got some, still got them in there. Got mollies in there. Oh, and I do still have my electric blue crayfish. He is in here. It's over there in the dark side of the tank, as usual. Doesn't really come out much unless I feed him. And that's only if I feed him away from where he's at, then he'll come out. But other than that, he's not really one of those animals that walk around the tank as much. He will walk around and scavenge for food, but that's about it. Don't really catch him doing much else. Get off, cat. Just scratch me. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will have more updates, like I said. Look at this guy. Yeah, he's shy too. He takes off. As big as he is, he takes off anytime I show him any kind of attention. But yep, look at that leaf. Look how long that leaf is. Alright, see you guys.